You need to pay attention to the actual 9th of July, my gorgeous Erinis, indeed, because the 9th of July is going to be the beginning of an important stage. There are going to be two powerful stages that are going to be connected to the 9th of July. The first stage is going to be the 9th of July, and the second stage it's going to be on the 30th of July 2020. It will be important for you to pay attention to on the 9th of July to start with. What do you feel like it's really bothering you? What do you feel like you need to change? What do you feel like you need to do? What do you feel like it's preventing you to move on with your life? What do you feel like that you need to do in order to expand your life, in order to expand yourself, in order to go on the next stage? It's so significant because karmically this is an important stage on the 9th of July, which is going to exactly provide you with the actual moment, which is going to be very deep, very spiritual, very powerful, very different and unusual. You shall be feeling these quite different energies, but at the same time, you will know exactly what needs to go. What do you need to change? It's to do with what is bringing you down. It's to do what is worrying you. But it's also to do with why are you not making the necessary action when it comes to these stages of your life? Because it's important to pay attention most certainly and see what do you need to change on the 9th of July 2020, because it's going to become obvious in such a way where you're going to be thinking and you're going to be worrying, and you just need to find this distinction, in between your thinking, in between your worrying, but also in between your subconscious mind, which is also going to provide you with a very, very beneficial opportunity, which is also on another hand going to almost immediately provide you with a shortcut. And the 30th of July is directly going to be connected to this first stage, which is the 30th of July. It's going to be the actual second stage. The 30th of July, the new door are going to be open, and it's most certainly going to be super powerful and super significant, and it's going to be connected to the actual unlimited possibilities and unlimited opportunities, and it's most certainly connected to this unfoldment of events which is going to take place on the 9th of July 2020. This is very important. Just make sure that you understand that you need to pick up on what is worrying you, because this is going to be very highlighted stage of your life that you need to pay attention to. And also it's almost immediately going to be connected to this some kind of readjustment in order for you to regain the necessary balance. This is very important, and it's a rather sacred stage of your life, my gorgeous Erini, because most certainly it's to do with an abandonment, with cutting something out of your life by making adjustment, by making readjustment, but also most certainly it's to do an abandonment, which is on another hand going to redirect you, but most importantly it's going to bring you like rather vavumish important determination, which is just going to help you to regenerate yourself, which is just going to help you to rejuvenate yourself at the same time, and it's going to bring you that necessary balance, which is just going to raise your vibration like there is no tomorrow. From that moment onwards, you will be sailing through, and most importantly, you're going to be finding out quite a lot of things about your life that you are going to benefit from that you wouldn't normally notice. It is all connected, but it's a very powerful time, my gorgeous Erini, because at the same time you will realize what stage of your life was draining your energy. And this happens most importantly when karmically we reach a certain stage of our life, when karmically we reach an important part of our life that we need to pay attention to, because things slowly came to an end, which means that it's up to us to become aware about that stage of our life that we need to pay attention to, put towards some energy towards, and just basically move on. You see, my gorgeous Erinis, look at this. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da, it's an adventure, my gorgeous Erini. It is going to bring you such a wonderful boost of energy, that very moment in time that is just going to bring you an adventure, because most certainly after that moment in time, after the 9th of July, you are going to come across the rather daring situation, and you are going to do so well. You're going to do so great. It's about a challenging situation that you're going to go through with maybe people who make you feel a bit uncomfortable, but on another hand, you are going to have such a powerful control over the situation that you're going to literally do something absolutely amazing, a daring situation that is going to become an adventure. Absolutely remarkable, my gorgeous Erinis. And after this month, a lot is going to change, but you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it indeed. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading. So it's for you, my gorgeous Erinis, and it's for July 2020. So it's for you, my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Erinis, and it's for July 2020. And of course, when it comes to the actual number, my lord, 7777. Your number in numerology this time is 7777. I mean, how remarkable is that? How powerful is that? You will have a very spiritual moment. You're going to have a strong spiritual connection. You will have a very strong spiritual reconnection, which is pretty much needed so much. There will be at some moment, at some point, this month, when you're going to have a very strong nostalgic connection with a long time ago, with maybe perhaps your childhood, but nothing negative or nothing horrible or nothing not really nice. But the nice things about your childhood shall become a very nostalgic part of your life this month indeed. But this in itself, it's also going to help you to gather the certain strength, and through this nostalgic feeling, you're also gonna be pointed out towards the specific direction. And this is rather important when it comes to the certain perspective, but also most importantly when it comes to the actual conclusion, because something from the past is going to help you to reconnect again, to see something, some part of your life that you used to enjoy that you're not doing now. But it's not only that, it's also about the fact that an insight from the past is about to bring you an important insight, and that insight is going to be super significant when it comes to your own wake-up call, but most importantly when it comes to the actual focus that you're going to have at the same time. This focus is pretty much needed. This focus is going to be absolutely super important, because it's at the same time going to bring you balance, and that balance is almost immediately going to bring you an idea, and that idea is going to be huge. That idea is going to be absolutely enormous. That idea is going to be absolutely remarkable, and it's going to be going on and going on and going on over the next 3 months. So this is just the beginning, but it's also the beginning of a quite rather important stage where you're going to find out quite a lot of things about yourself that are going to be quite interesting. And this always happens when we are going through enormous spiritual growth, and this is exactly what is going to happen to you, because 7777, this is all about the connection, very powerful and deep and spiritual connection within yourself that you're going to feel. But that in itself is going to be an advanced time for you, because you will be having all sorts of little signs, all sorts of little messages. Just don't forget, because this is these are highly powerful numbers, highly powerful sequence of numbers which are also trying to let you know that you are, my lord, having an important stage of your life which is about to change your life most certainly. But on another hand, it's very sacred. It comes after the long time of maybe not things happening or unfolding the way you wanted them. So it's after a long karmic time. This is your special reward that you're going to have at the same time. But also just you're going to feel very driven, you're going to feel very optimistic, and you will surprise yourself as well. So therefore, it's a great time to keep on looking for work, keep on looking for jobs if this is what you're looking for, if this is what you're after. But if you're retired, for example, it's really an absolutely remarkable time when you're going to find out something very special and very powerful about yourself. And it's going to be like, oh my lord, moment like like a bubble No, bulb, bubble, yeah, suppose, bulb moment you will have, like, why didn't I do this before? Why didn't I start this before? You know, it is just going to be the wonderful experience that you're going to have, that is just going to leave such a wonderful feeling within you, such a wonderful feeling in you, that everything is going to change after this July in the best possible way. On another hand, you know, it is kind of going to be the very strong balance that you're going to have, because it's going to bring you like the moment in time when you're going to have like a bit of a moment when you will realize like fantasy, maybe a little bit of unrealistic attitude and imagination, you know, that have caused you to maybe kind of like take a wrong turn over the last 4 months at some point in your life. But it is just important to also get that turn back. So now you're just going to have a moment of transformation, my gorgeous Aries, indeed, and it's time to realize that this is going to be powerful, this is going to be important, and most certainly it's going to lead towards you maybe clearing a way for the old in order to make a way for the new. You know, it's like what we do every new moon. Every time when it's the new moon, this is what we do. You know, we go with the flow, we go with this wonderful vibration, and we do in contrast as much as we possible can in order to get the most out of it. So this is exactly what is going to happen. It's very important, Aries. I know it doesn't sound as important as it is, but things around your home try to change a little bit, you know, try to change the energy, try to change the vibration in your home. Hello, try to change the vibration in your home by basically trying to maybe move things around a little bit. It's going to be very beneficial for you, and it's going to be very beneficial for the general vibration indeed. On another hand, you know, this is bringing you the resolution of the problema, of an annoying problema. That's how you're gonna feel. You're gonna feel this beautiful breath fresh of air. You're gonna be able to feel so good. You're gonna be able to feel so powerful. Your third psychic eye is gonna be like completely wide open. But on another hand, it is just a beautiful force, sacred force, that is going to be guiding you, and it's just going to be confirming to you what you should do and what you shouldn't do at the same time. But it's about the resolution of the problem that you're going to have, my gorgeous Aries. It's about the conclusion, it's about the solace. You know, you're going to have a brilliant time when it comes to the actual healing, you know, and this is in particular important for those of you who have been suffering from long ailments and you didn't see any improvements. You see, it's important. And also on another hand, you know, you will hear the news, very good news about the satisfactory result, and you will like this, my gorgeous Aries. You will like this, you know. It's important to say that the satisfactory result that you are going to hear, it's going to make you feel good, it's going to really put you closer towards somebody else, but most importantly it's to do with the actual compromise, and the actual social relationships are really going to be important to you this month, because somebody very important to you, somebody very significant to you, is going to tell you something, and first you're not going to understand, and then later as the time goes by, this is going to make sense more and more and more, and it's most certainly going to bring you the actual activity that you needed, but most importantly perspective, right then, exactly when you need it the most. On another hand, it's an inspiration that you are going to have, my gorgeous Aries, and this inspiration is just going to kind of be super important when it comes to the actual your optimistic feeling. You are going to have a powerful invitation or opportunity that is going to arise at the same time, and it's so significant when it comes to your advancement, you know, when it comes to your actual challenge. You know, it is going to be quite challenging situation, but most certainly it's going to be incredible, and it's going to be very successful. On another hand, this is going to bring you success. This is going to bring you an important gain. Okay, you will see exactly what I mean, because that gain, it's also at the same time going to be like a certain key, like a very powerful key, which is at the same time going to unlock the door for you without you even putting the key in the door. The door shall be opened by themselves. And this is when things are going to become really interesting, because it means that you're going to have a quite mind-blowing surprise this month when you least expect it, okay? And it's gonna be good, and it's gonna be brilliant, and it's going to answer an important question. On another hand, my gorgeous Aries, is just basically about the gain that you're going to have. You're gonna be having a very important time, because you're gonna overcome obstacle and an absolutely mind-blowing challenge that was kind of affecting you over the last 6 months as well. On another hand, you are going to find yourself in an advanced stage, and most certainly rather victorious moment in time. I'm very happy for you, because that in itself is going to lead towards an important negotiation, which will be very successful, which will be very powerful and very necessary for you to do. It will be necessary. On another hand, if you do want to start the process of negotiation, this month will be absolutely remarkable. But it's just basically if you can do it at any time when it's number 7. So on the 7th, sorry, on the 7th, on the 17th, on the 7th of July, on the 17th of July, on the 27th of July, anywhere where there is number 7 this month, if you can basically, this would be the best time to actually have the negotiation, because it's going to be remarkable and the outcome is going to be literally mind-blowing. Very important for your personal process, but this way, but doing this when there is number 7 there as well, it's going to help you to connect from all sorts of different angles, which is in return going to most certainly provide you with opportunities and perspective that you wouldn't normally have. Very, very important very important time, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. You see this about the potential. You're going to realize the necessary potential, and this potential is going to change your life. This potential is also going to start changing your direction just a little bit, but this is very necessary for your own progress and process, and most certainly creativity. On another hand, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Aries, this is important to say that you just need to make sure that you take organic acerola cherry powder, as I said before, natural form of vitamin C, which is going to help you to boost your immune system. 1 glass of water, 1 teaspoon, mix it up in the morning and drink it. And the same thing if you can do every single night. If you can't do it twice, then at least if you can take a 1 liter glass of water, a teaspoon of organic acerola cherry powder, and at least have it the first thing in the morning. This in combination with natural zinc, what I said before, I know, and in with combination with natural vitamin D, or if you can be in the sun a lot, that would be even better, of course. But this combination is going to help you a lot to boost your immune system, which is going to be rather important to actually do throughout this month of July 2020. On another hand, also very important to try to boost your pineal gland. Pineal gland is one of the most sensitive parts of our body, and it's basically at the back of our head, right here. It's just not that big, it's really small, but this is our third psychic eye. This helps us to understand, this helps us to connect, this helps us to be part of all sorts of different energies and dimensions, that in return helps us to not only raise our own personal vibration, but it also helps us to see so much and understand so much around us. So therefore, it's a very important moment that you are going to have when it comes to the actual wiseness by doing this, because you allow your third psychic eye to basically just work with you, through you, in the best possible way. The actual water that we drink has got, unfortunately, fluoride, fluoride, which is not natural. People sometimes think, oh yeah, fluoride in the water is natural. No, baby, no. Sadly, fluoride in the water is an industrial waste believe me or not. So it's quite bad for us. And also basically it's very bad when it comes to our pineal gland, because fluoride in the water is affecting our pineal gland. So therefore we are not able to actually expand ourselves spiritually. So therefore we are not able to expand our spiritual awareness to the possibility, you know, to all sorts of directions and possibilities that we possibly could. So that's why it's important to avoid the actual fluoride in the water. Try to drink like a water without fluoride, like a bottled natural water, you know, natural. It's very important. And also try to basically get like a toothpaste and mouthwash without fluoride, because fluoride is bad for your pineal gland. So therefore this affects your third psychic eye. So therefore that is going to affect you along the way, and it's going to affect you, your ability to actually connect and reconnect as much as you can to things around you. So things are not as illuminated as around yourself as they actually could be. So try to basically get like a natural fluoride, natural toothpaste and natural mouthwash without fluoride, and also try to get the actual supplements to feed your pineal gland. So it would be something like organic chlorella, fantastic. Something like a natural sea kelp, fantastic. Something like a natural, basically, something like a something like a boron, very important. And also like a beetroot supplement and oregano oil supplement as well. These supplements are remarkable when it comes to feeding and boosting our pineal gland. So that in return helps us so much to connect and reconnect with our own spirituality. So we reach the peak of our own subconsciousness, which in return helps us to understand and connect and reconnect so much with the things around us. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Aries, or not. Now, I was also going to say, very important to try to get something like to smudge your home, and also it would be absolutely superb to actually try to smudge yourself at some point as well this month. This beautiful dry sage stick you can get on my website, and the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, I have to say. Now, sorry. See, bam, ba-da-da-da-dum, bam, bam, dun, da-da-da-da-dum, dun. Oh Lord, you see, I will be back with you, my baby. I will be back with you, my baby. Oh my God. Yeah, so basically the 3rd of July is the quite important date here, my gorgeous Aries. The 3rd of July, it's an important day because you are going to realize, oh my Lord, an important realization. It's going to be mind-blowing, it's going to be brilliant, and it's also going to show you the potential, you know, the certain potential. This is to do with your success, you know. It's to do with a moment when you're going to realize the security when it comes to material attainment, but also you're going to find yourself on an advanced stage, an advanced level. That is going to really reflect beautifully on your health, and also it's going to be rather victorious time when it comes to difficulties coming slowly to an end. You know, it's all about the stabilities that are very important for your own progress. You're going to find yourself being feeling really powerful, and this is purely because of the combination of material and spiritual prosperity. It's going to be absolutely superb when it comes to the actual balance. You will be driven, you know, and it's important to see what are you driven by. You're going to feel that you're driven by something. You're going to feel like I want to do this, I want to do that. You know, it's so important to just keep going, my babies, because this driven moment, driven feeling, remember I told you, you will be kind of guided by your angels. You will be guided by your spiritual spirit guides. You know, that's what I'm saying, by all sorts of signs. And this is what all these number 7s actually mean. It's important to pay attention, you know, because you will be driven, and it's important to see what you're driven by. At the same time, an obstacle, it's going to become like, oh right, that's what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, this is going to help me with this is going to help me with that. It's about this obstacle that is going to kind of become, obviously it's going to start resolving itself, and you will see exactly what to do. But on another hand, it's just about the creativity. Follow your creativity. creativity, my gorgeous Aries, because your creativity is also, on another hand, going to be bringing you an important opportunity as well. Okay, very important. The next important day, my gorgeous Aries, it's going to be on the 19th of July. The 19th of July is just about the actual growth from the hard work, you know, and also the energy. Doesn't have to be necessarily the hard work, but the energy that you have been putting in, what you have been putting your energy towards over the last 7 months, you know. Now this is a memento, my gorgeous memento that you're actually going to have, and it's going to be so important because it's all about the actual growth through hard work, and most importantly, progress. It's very successful moment in time when it comes to the actual dealings as well, but also on another, that you're gonna hear something from the past, a certain dealing or certain situation that took place, and now this is going to be quite rewarding. But on another hand, it's about the money, financial situation, you know, being really kind of like giving you this feeling of security, but also reorganization is going to be needed. You know, results of efforts are nearly due, but most certainly the reorganization is going to be needed. So see what you feel like when it comes to change. You know, it's important to say that the 19th of July, it's going to bring a beautiful balance, because you're going to hear something that you wanted to hear for a while, and this is going to bring a satisfaction and accomplishment, you know, and this is a lot to do with the relationships, it's a lot to do with the people in your life, you know. It's going to be a very good news that you're going to hear about somebody who means to you so much, and that in itself, my gorgeous Aries, is going to put a massive smile on your face. On another hand, you know, there is a powerful moment that you will have, you know, it's to do with the good news, you know, the 19th and 20th of July, both very important when it comes to the actual good news. By the same time, this is about the advancement, you know, it's to do with a gain, but it's to do with advancement. It's something that you expected, but most certainly, most importantly, it's to do with a certain recognitions of your abilities that are going to become that are going to shine very brightly at this moment in time. And this is something that you also going to need to give a little bit of water, you know, a little flower that is going to need a little bit of water in order to grow, become huge, big and healthy. You see, you will know exactly what I mean. It's the time when you're going to need to remember that this is the time of improvement, you know. It's to do with the promotion, you know, taking your life on the next stage, but also at the same time it's providing you with a realization that this mid-July would be wonderful when it comes to the actual looking for a job, looking for work, you know. Throughout July, this is going to be great for those of you looking for work and job and expansion in a professional way. But most certainly, just to say that there is an important time of improvement, development, promotion, and absolutely wonderful, mind-blowing outcome of past effort, which is going to lead towards an important rebirth, you know, and it's going to give you the strength, you see, relaxation, which means that the stressful levels are gonna be like gonna go way low, you know. And it's important to say that through the actual meditation and relaxation, you're also gonna come to terms with some kind of like answer that is going to surprise you. This is again gonna come from a completely different dimension, and it's again gonna be connected to the opportunity. My Lord, what a month. The third important date, my gorgeous Aries, it's going to be on the 27th of July. Now, the 27th of July is just basically going to be like pretty much so. You will find yourself dealing with something quite annoying, but it will have a very beneficial factor when it comes to changing and taking, when it comes to the actual change and making decisions. So you will have to deal with something rather annoying, something kind of like with a situation that kind of is going to leave a little bit of bitter taste in your mouth, but then at the same time, you know, as more bitter it is, the better it's going to be. The more bitter it is, the more sweeter it's going to be. So an unusual situation is going to arise, but most importantly, it's so important to say that you will have to deal, you will actually, this will be the very, very super beneficial factor when it comes to change and making an absolutely mind-blowing, fantastic, beautiful, gorgeous, very much so brilliant decision. It's to do with a moment when your determination is just going to be like Radava Vumish, the time of the great determination, the time of the great initiative, strength, force, activity, power, success. This is brilliant time which is also going to help you connect and reconnect on a deep and emotional level. It's a powerful moment in time that is most certainly going to set you off on the journey. And quite weird aspect it's also going to take place, and the weird aspect that it's going to take place is just going to kind of like end up in you just making sure that you are also going to be like a little bit surprised with the way someone is going to maybe act around you, with the way someone is going to show themselves, to be. But then again, this is going to be quite beneficial for you as well, because it's going to be one of the factors which are going to help you to change your ways slightly in order to move away yourself from the toxic people and toxic situations that can actually affect us in many ways indeed, you see. Release. It's a time of release. It's a time of change. It's a time of rebirth. It's a time of invocation. It's a time of a new vision, and it's most certainly going to bring you promise, and that in itself is also going to be the wake-up call. You're going to be aware. It is going to be in the moment when you're going to be aware exactly how long it's something going to take. An important timing you will be provided by, and that timing is also going to help you to get the perspective, and get a feeling and get a sense of the direction that you couldn't have before, because the big picture is going to be highlighted, and most certainly the new path shall be open for you. Okay, so now on another hand, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Erinis, please try to get like a labradorite pebble. You see, absolutely gorgeous, and this is fantastic because it's going to help you, like in particular when it comes to your dreams, in particular when it comes to your dreaming, in particular when it comes to all those times, when you wake up the very first time in the morning and then you feel like suddenly something is just on your mind out of the blue, and it's just like you're blown away, like what is this, how come I'm thinking about this? It's important because it's nothing unusual. As soon as we wake up in the morning, as soon as we open our eyes, the very first thing in the morning, we are part of all sorts of different dimensions, so we are guided by our spirit guides, and we are having these absolutely sacred connections that are highlighted. Purely the fact that you're having so many number sevens this month, it's mind-blowing indeed. So therefore there are going to be lots of messages for you, and that's why I highly recommend you to get like a pebble of this labradorite pebble and just keep it next to your bed while you sleep at night. So therefore you can kind of like connect on a way deeper level. So that in itself is going to help you with your own reflection. If you would like to buy this pebble labradorite, the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, I have to say. So now, my gorgeous Erinis, basically the very first part of the actual July is just going to like really almost going to start wonderful, because it's going to make you feel like a much better. It's going to be like, oh my God, the return of energy. You will surprise yourself, but it's going to be really, really good. When I say that you are going to surprise yourself, it's just you're going to start feeling very strongly about a certain path, very strongly about a certain change that you didn't feel maybe as strong just a few days earlier. And this is something that is going to be important, but on another hand, it's absolutely super significant when it comes to releasing yourself, because this is connected to the things that are slowly coming to an end. And as soon as you release this, something else is going to come up. But the bottom line is you will see how much this was affecting you in feeling like too frequently too restrained. And this happens when something karmically came to an end. So you did your job with that, and now slowly it's time for a change. Just follow your intuition, because you are almost like you're going to be part of some kind of competition in the first part of July. And just have to say to you to follow your intuition, and you're going to do absolutely great, absolutely remarkable. And by the time we get to the mid-July, there is an incredible moment in time going to happen. Mid-July, it's going to be important because it's all with a new beginning. It's all with a new start. With unlimited possibilities at the same time, but it's just a wonderful feeling of happiness and optimism, and like doing different things, doing new things, and feeling like you're doing the right things at the same time, because you're following yourself, you're following your vision. But there are going to be other things that are going to be quite interesting at the same time. It's about unlimited possibilities which are literally going to change your life. You're going to find yourself in a new way, you're going to find yourself on a new path, you're going to find yourself on a new journey, and this is important. Also, it's to do with apprenticeship. It's important to say stay committed to the task at hand, that you are most certainly going to have your turning point, an amazing turning point when it comes to the absolutely fantastic recognition. The end of July is going to bring you such an incredible moment in time where your energy is going to be super powerful, super strong. So use it to the best of your abilities. Anything you need to do, that you need to talk with people that are uncomfortable, or you need to kind of sort out the certain problems or negativity, the last part of July would be fantastic, because you are going to have a very strong and powerful energy around you, within you, which is going to help you to reconnect, but also most importantly with the reconnection and projection of that energy. So you will be very strong, very powerful. So to those who you want to kind of leave the necessary balance around, to those who you want to respond in a certain way, you're going to be like shining rather brightly. So use it to the best of your abilities, my gorgeous Aries, because this is going to be important. On another hand, the last part of July, it's also going to bring you the moment when you're going to feel so proud about yourself, and this is about people praising you up and you feeling so great about yourself. At the same time, it's time to chill out, it's time to relax, and it's time to rest, in particular when it comes to worrying time of your life. In the time of your life when you were worrying about this, maybe the certain liberation was affecting worries, so now what was like bringing you down, and what was the main factor, like what you would worry about in particular when you would go to sleep. Before you would go to sleep, this is an important moment also when we start like kind of drifting within our own dimension, within all sorts of dimensions. This is when we are worrying and thinking. So what you were worrying within the last 4 months, what you were thinking within the last 4 months, in particular before you would go to sleep. So this is about to be resolved. It's coming to an end. And this is, you see, you see, it's coming to an end. Every time when the light goes off, it goes off at a specific time. My gorgeous Aries, my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Aries. You see? And so this is going to bring you, an important moment indeed. And you will see, because it was all kind of like maybe bringing you worries and negativities, because it was kind of like connected to the certain temptation, to the certain illusion. And as soon as you realize this, the sooner you're going to move on, my baby. And that's important. And also, the last part of July, it's all about the actual inspiration and potential that you're going to have. But it's all about the homecoming time. Big change you will want to make as well, but most certainly that is going to give you strength and control over a situation which is going to be connected to the inspiration and potential at the end of July, which is going to provide you with a very powerful and important opportunity. Very significant, very powerful, and this is the time when things are going to change so beautifully when it comes to you, my gorgeous Aries. Just remember that your energy is going to be so powerful, so whatever you want to do, to whoever you want to project towards this energy, just remember it's going to be very strong, it's going to be sacred and very powerful. You will achieve so much more. One more thing, a justice. You are going to hear about an important justice at around the end of July. Oh my God, this is going to put a big smile on your face, and equally at the same time, watch for the advice that you're going to hear, that you're going to have, that you're going to become aware of, but you're not going to be told this directly. Watch this space. Okay, so now my gorgeous Aries, my voice is gone, tan, 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 tan. dun 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 bam 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 pararam bam 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 pararam bam bam. Raise your energy. Bam bam pararam bam 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 pararam bam 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 bam. Da 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 bam bam bam. Now my gorgeous my gorgeous Aries, now it's basically I'm just going to see what is going to happen with those of you that are actually in relationship. Okay, with those of you that are in relationship, this is 7 of Cups, you see, and this is actually in a way it's important because there is going to be some kind of situation that is going to arise, but it's so super significant for both of you to deal with this. So this is for Aries in relationship karmically. This month is very important, not only when it comes to you doing things, but it's also when it comes to like a dealing with the problems and issues. So there's certain problem and issue that arise within yourself, within you, with you and your partner within the last 7 to 8 months. Now that is going to come up again, and this is important for you to see how to deal with this and to see how to resolve this problem. It's super important and super significant for both of you to resolve this problem and this issue, because if you don't, it's going to go further and it's going to turn into something else that it shouldn't. You see, 6 of Cups, again, it's to do with the actual time of your life, but this 6 of Cups also means that, you know, as soon as you sort this problem out, it's going to be followed by a wonderful little reward, and reward that you're going to have both, that you're going to benefit from, is something, the beautiful opportunity that you're both going to benefit from at around the end of the month, and that opportunity is going to help you both to make an important mind-blowing decision, and it's to do with something that you wanted to do for such a long time and you didn't, and I'm not too sure why, and you see, and now you are getting to the really important stage, and someone else is also going to confirm this to you at the same time, someone really, really important. Okay, so now my gorgeous Aries, I'm going to shuffle these cardinis and I'm going to see what is going to happen to those of you that are single and ready to mingy. Oh, bam, 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 bam. Oh, it's Ace of Cups. This is wonderful. You know, this is the beginning of something important. It's maybe certain things have been affected by outside world, you know, that affected us at the same time, but sometimes we have to think like individuals, you know, we have to take things on the chin, and we also have to understand that, you know, we just have to think like our own individuals and find our own sense in the whole situation that is going on, you know, around us, that we may not really be you know, too connected to. It's just things that are happening around us that can affect our own lives. But most importantly, an absolutely mind-blowing reconnection you are going to have, and this is going to come from the actual quite significant continuation. So the significant continuation is going to take place, which is going to affect you. That continuation is going to be absolutely everything, because at the same time it is just going to put you back on the certain path where you haven't been for a while, where you haven't been in a certain time, and that in itself is also almost immediately going to put you in touch. You're going to be around someone very, very special who is about to enter your life. That person may not make themselves known to you this month. It could be like in August perhaps, or even September, but most certainly this is going to be something special. This is going to be something significant. This is going to be something beautiful that is not only going to help you realize a lot about yourself, which means that you are about to meet the right person, but at the same time something really wonderful and sacred is going to take place. So, to make it simple, you will be part of the changes, important, significant changes which are going to take place at around the mid-July. And these changes are connected to the actual continuation. And that continuation is also going to put you in touch. And it's most certainly going to be on the same path with this other person who is about to walk into your life. This is important and significant because this person will be very, very special. As I said, they may not make themselves known this month. It could be August or even September. But most certainly you're already slowly getting closer and closer and closer, and you're becoming the part of the same dimension. It's just a matter of time how long it's going to be until this beauty make themselves known to you. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you, my gorgeous beautiful babies. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of healing, peace, love and light. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and love. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Bye.